Okay, mostly on this channel, I have just given some ideas and things that go through my mind, my intuitive flashes. But I'm a reader and an intuitive. And today I read the cards. I read the cards every day, but today I did a reading about the energies that are happening right now and the energies that are coming up. And I want you to see what I did. So I laid out the cards like this, with this top row, with it being last week, this full moon, next week, and March in general. And this top row is my personal reading. This is for the Lightworkers, people who are paying attention, this row. And this row is for the population in general. Okay, that was kind of awkward, but I wanted you to see how I laid them out so that I could explain to you what I read. So for this past week, my own thing I get because it's like reaping the rewards of work at the end of a cycle, and I have been reaching the end of a big long project with my students. But more importantly, for the light workers out there, this is a light worker deck that I just got, and the card that came up for this past week is Ascension, and that card represents like rising up, raising our energetic level, which we have been. And several of the dreaming women have reported like big energy changes in this past week, right? And interesting, like for the general population, I got patience and spirit. And so I take these two together. I laid out two because they're very simple cards. I mean, have patience. I really do feel like spirit is working right now on the planet and working for all of our our goods, right? So the next phase, so the next row that I drew was a row, time representing now, this full moon, kind of yesterday, today, tomorrow, like these 3 days of the full moon, because there's usually a change. For myself, I got this card of kind of waiting on things to be done, which on a personal level, I am, because I'm a teacher and I'm trying to get things cleared up, and I'm going on a journey on Saturday. But for the light workers in general, I got this 13, and it's trust the higher plan. So this is current energies, right? In preparation for your soul's growth, there can be a challenging experience of rupture and disorder. You think? It may seem like chaos, but it's actually an effect of your soul aligning with a higher spiritual order. Any disruption right now signifies the disassembling of the outmoded ways so that new, more spiritually aligned ways can emerge, right? This is what's going on in our world right now, our whole world. Old habits, thought patterns, and behaviors will fail to offer sufficient support. I really think what's going on in our governments all over the world really are not sustainable in current energies. This creates a spiritual birthing space with which evolution of your soul can occur. Trust in the different you in the process of emergence now. Although you may feel out of control right now, you do not need to resist the process by attempting to impose a past order on the greater plan. You do not need to seek solutions, for there's no problem here that needs to be solved. Move with what's happening and the way will become clear. Have faith, all is well. I love that. And then for the general population, maybe just everyone in general, not just the light workers, I got these two, movement and air. Indeed, motion is happening. Movement is in the air, right? And we have to trust the higher plane because things are going on that are not obvious to us, right? There's always something going on in the background. Okay, then most exciting is for the energies next week. So my personal one was the Empress, and I am working on some new things. I'm going out of town on Saturday and to a conference. I'm starting students with a new project next week. So I'm bringing some new things around right now. But this is what I drew for the light workers. Violet flame. And this is odd because this week in one of my meditations, for some reason, Saint Germain came and sat at my table with my spiritual guides. I only recognized who it was because it was, of course, a face that I've seen somewhere that's sort of maybe a drawing or represents, and I knew who it was. And then I did a meditation. I was moved to do a meditation with the violet flame. Never done that before this week, but this is for light workers for next week, right? Over the next week. It's a little bit long, but stay with me here. The violet flame is an expression of the seventh ray of order and ceremony. This is a stream of energy flowing from the creative center of the universe. This energy stimulates evolution in new forms and the balance of letting go of the past without dismissing what has had value. Wise honoring of ancient wisdom and beneficial traditions differentiated from outmoded forms allow the soul to work toward birthing a new world order with wisdom. Don't we need that right now? It's like everything we've done isn't awful, right, in this country, but there's some things that really need reworking. Obviously, we have some flaws going on, right? So wise, let's see. The energy is radical and respectful. It's freedom and it's responsibility to the greater good of all beings. Just what we need. When the energy of the seventh ray infuses your soul, a new way is being birthed, bringing with it a vitalized experience of freedom, choice, and creativity. I'm here for that. There may be an increased interest in magic, ceremony, and ritual for healing. The violet flame is a spiritual manifestation of high-frequency violet light. So Archangel Zadkiel and Ascended Master Saint Germain channel this light, if you didn't know that. Which transmutes energy from lower to higher frequency and functions as a spiritual cleansing agent that liberates low-dimensional energies into more loving, open, free expression. That is exactly what we need right now, and I really feel like that's what's happening. This restores joy to your heart. Your soul is transitioning between one vibrational state to a higher frequency way of being. Right? This will entail sifting through what has value and needs to be sustained for the ongoing progress and what can gracefully be released. I love that. So I feel like next week is going to bring some changes. Mars went direct yesterday, and I know that that's going to make a difference. And a new moon right now, things are shifting. So for the greater world and everybody in general, I got these two cards. Boundaries and direction. And notice the direction is violet. Just saying. To me, this means like there's a yes and a no there. These are really simple cards. For that reason, we're choosing. We're making choices right now. What are you choosing? Light or dark? Yes or no? High or low? Like, where are you going to go? Left or right? Right? And we're choosing a new direction right now as a whole. Okay. So for the last one, which is the rest of the month of March, and for that one, I got, for my own money, I got this card, which is kind of carrying a lot of burdens. And I'm telling you, I have exactly 4 days in March on my calendar that aren't full. So that was my own thing. But wisdom of the divine feminine is what I got for the light workers, which is so appropriate. And here's what it says. Divine feminine wisdom empowers you to grow into your vision, your dreams, and the fulfillment of your life purpose. Perhaps you envision a very different life for yourself than what you're experiencing now. Please. The divine feminine wisdom reminds you you can experience even the most extraordinary dreams as a reality, if you're willing to grow into what you desire and to become what it is that you seek. For this to happen, you're guided to let go, surrender plans about how you can manifest your dreams, and instead allow life to guide and nourish you through your life experience each day. Hold on to that end result and let the hows resolve themselves. The rest of the population out there, use caution. Be sure to reflect on what's going on. If you're watching this all the way till now, you're probably a light worker. The universe is supporting you in everything you do. Take care, be kind to one another, and be kind to